Welcome back. Well, we hope you've had a wonderful time since the last episode. Dennis, have you been affected by any of these crazy weather events like mudslides, flash floods?
No, I'm fortunate. Unlike Vince up in Forest Falls or what's that? Not Oakland. What was that
Nope.
other area? Running Springs. When they
Running
get all
Springs. Oh, Running Springs. Actually,
the
Oakland
road,
was affected as well.
yeah, the road was washed out.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, with flash floods, from those in other parts of the country that experience this more or less, you may or may not know, but I live at the base of these very mountains that Vincent lives in. He can get to my house in 20 minutes. And I got a flash flood warning, and we saw a few drops of rain, just enough to mess up my car wash, which was, and then, yeah. And then Vince is like, we spoke to him next day or so, and he says, yeah, the road is washed out. We have no power. And I
Yeah,
don't think they got the power back on for like a week, wasn't
yeah. And he sent me some pictures too. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh man, there's like cars washed into houses and
Yeah, some cars where you could barely see, houses floating down the road.
at the at church on Saturday there we had they put up a picture and I'm still waiting to see if Vincent knew the guy because it looked like a familiar picture. It showed the side of the
Hmm.
guy's house all dented in or caved in, and basically the pastor put a picture up of this, and he said that this was a pastor from another church, and that this guy is lost so much that they're actually trying to see if we can, collect some money and help him out.
Oh, wow.
And so, it's nice when the community, because he's not from our church. He's a fellow Christian, and
Right.
we're it's nice that they're trying to help the man out.
Yeah.
He's staying with the brother right now, and his kids and everything. They're all having to squeeze in, but it happens so fast, and it's I guess we're grateful that Vincent didn't lose anything except power. Um,
Right.
but yeah, all these fires, they they cause enough damage that the root systems of the plant, even if you have new growth, there's nothing deep, and the whole side of
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
a hill or a mountain can just slide on down. Every time there's fires, they're like during the spring or whatever, we're gonna have to worry about or fall. We need to worry about mudslides,
Yep.
and there's always something.
Yep. The
Always
saddest
something.
part is they were all man-made or man-started.
Is that true? Okay, so I'd heard that they did find some. They finally let some information out that somebody had started that Palisades fire,
Yep. Yep.
and that's I don't know what kind of penalties that's going to be um, thrown on this person, but they need to be life. I mean, you think about how many people you're affecting and killing. Many
Yeah.
times people die.
I mean, but what really, I mean, my thing is, like the last big fire that burned for like months back over here behind Big Bear and all the way out to Morongo Valley. I mean, the the baby reveal fire,
Yeah.
you know, what they get fined.
Hmm.
And okay.
Yeah. There's firefighters lost their lives, I think.
Yeah.
My daughter was actually taking a walk that morning. I noticed the smoke when I was going to church. It was a Saturday morning, and she said, "Oh man, I was taking a walk up there, and I started seeing all the smoke." And so I headed back to my car and drove down. And
Hmm.
I was like, "Well, hopefully they'll put it out quickly." And yeah, that was one of the worst ones we've had around here.
Oh yeah.
And and it's just I don't know, common sense, the lack of understanding what you're actually doing. People think it's just a smoke device, but they don't understand how that works. And flames come out and dry brush, and then there's a little wind, and down you go.
Well, the sad part is both those people were related to the law enforcement community.
Oh no.
Yep.
It's just like better. Yeah. Well, the guy that killed Charlie Kirk, they said his dad was in the law enforcement,
Huh.
the assassin, and so.
Well, there's
You
all kinds of
go,
stuff with that too. So,
yeah, well, there's, yeah, a lot of directions we can go with that. But anyway, crazy, crazy times. Uh, but yeah, good to hear Vince has got his power back up, and there was a flash flood warning last week, but nothing, from what I heard, there was no danger. I mean, my son has a little job while he's in college watering this lady's plants while she's out of
mhm.
town. She pays well for it, and he couldn't figure out how to get to her house because the road was completely, there was just construction. It's like, sorry, you got to go somewhere else. And so he had to find this back way where there's usually roads where you're not supposed to, like there's signs that say private property, don't enter. And the signs up that go, just go this way. Just take this drive.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, you still training? You getting your exercise in, all that?
You talking to me?
No, yeah.
Not as much as I should, and definitely not as much as I should.
Should. There you go. My son's heard that 10,000 steps a day is good. And so he's trying to get me to go out and take walks because my watch will keep track of how many steps. And I said,
Mhm.
well, Aiden, I worked out with you guys in class and I went to the gym today. Oh, but it doesn't say 10,000 steps. So
Yeah.
he's bugging me to take the extra steps.
Yeah. Yep. I had one of those stupid little pedometers that the VA wanted me to wear to see how many steps I get on an average during the week. It doesn't count certain steps.
That's right. I was close to 10,000 the other night. And so I started walking up and down my hall. I was like, I'm like 150 steps away from getting to 10,000 or whatever it was. So I walk up and down, walk up and down, walk up and down. I look at it. It hadn't moved one step because it uses GPS. So it's like, you're at your house. You're not going anywhere.
Sure I am.
Yeah. Teach you. Yeah. Well, goody. Well, we have a great rest of the show. We've got more of the Irish crack, as they call it, Craic. So don't be reading into anything. You're a bunch of weirdos.
Yeah, Tom's been making fun of it.
We'd be taking, we'd be taking a Mickey out. Anyways, it was a fun time, and we have to look forward to in the future. Tom McGrath is going to be on the show soon, and if you don't remember him from the Primal broadcast, then you don't know what you're talking about. So, anyways, we will talk to you soon. Hey, anyways, enjoy the show. Yeah, we're gonna split.
The wine and all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, yeah.
Dang.
I think the money could be spent better elsewhere. Give me the price of the drink cheaper. That's what you do. That's another good. That's another good angle. You know what I mean? I might go back and say, look, what did you spend on me on that trip? And if they say it probably cost us 10 grand, do us a favor. I won't go next year. Just take it off the invoice price. That'll suit me. That'll suit me. And my brother went, that's 20 grand. So, you know, maybe that's the way to do it. You know,
There you go.
yeah. There you go. I'm not complaining. But it was lovely.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then for Patrick, are you still riding?
Yes, I was in. Yeah, I went out to America there. We went from New Jersey to South Dakota, out to Yellowstone, down to the Four Corners. Supposed to go to the Grand Canyon, but my buddies kind of wimped out a little bit. So back to New Jersey. Got to New Jersey on the Tuesday. So that was like 7,000 miles. Got back to New Jersey, and then my son he's training down in North Carolina. So he called, he said, I'll be back on Friday. So then I headed down to him, and that's when I went and seen Brent. Yeah, still riding. I got the bike over there in America that I use, and then I have a couple of bikes here that I tool around on. Getting a bit old for it now.
Do
Maybe
your
it's a
boys ride?
bicycle. Huh?
Do the boys ride?
My son, Aiden, he does, yes. He just came back he went to Greece for a wedding from here on the bike. So that was a nice trip. And a couple of years ago, he done a trip up into Canada, down California. I think that was like 10,000 miles he did.
Wow.
But yeah, so he's he's into the bikes, and yeah, still riding for now. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Still riding for now. That's a real Irish saying, isn't it? Still riding for now.
yeah. So my wife keeps asking me when I'm going to sell, get rid of the bike. When are you going to sell that bike? When are you going to? We'll see.
Keep it, Patrick. Keep it, Patrick. It's the only safe haven you have. You can just get on it and off you go.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah.
Do you ride around Ireland?
Yeah.
It's-
You were down in Kerry, Jeremy, when you were here, right?
I did the kind of the ring. I went to Limerick.
Nice. Yeah.
A
Yeah,
lot of the big.
Yeah, I was down there a couple of weeks ago. Nice part of the country.
Yes.
Except
Gorgeous.
for the rain all the way, but that's
Well,
I was giving out about the rain here, and then we're coming down through Utah, out of Wyoming, and it was just sweltering heat. It was like having a hairdryer blowing in your
Yeah.
face all day, and it was like that was hot.
yeah.
So it's hard to get that balance.
It's with the roads in Ireland, those little roads,
Yeah.
those that seems when a motorcycle would be nice.
Oh, there's some great roads in Ireland for bikes. Jesus, it's probably if the sun is out and you're up around Kerry and around Dingle and all around there and you're on a bike, it's the best place in the world for a bike. But Patrick, do you know what they say about Ireland? Because it's always raining, They say it'd be a great little country if they put a roof on it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
When I was there, people were apologizing for the rain because it was the summer. This is supposed to be the summer, and I said, I just left 100-degree heat in California. I'm okay with a little bit of cool rain here. I bought myself a little cap and couldn't see the cliffs of Moher because of the clouds and fog, but
Oh Jesus!
I got myself a nice cap from the store.
Was it,
Yeah.
it was overcast, Jeremy. You couldn't see it, was it?
It was overcast. I have
Oh
video.
man.
You could see a bit of the waves if you really focused, but there was cows everywhere. Cows.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we eat them. We eat them in Ireland. Yeah, we eat them cows in Ireland.
But I mean, right there at the cliffs of Moher. I mean, they're fenced. But I turn around. Mrrr.
Yeah. They don't have any vertigo, them cows at all.
No. Some of them were hanging on the cliffs.
Yeah.
Their hooves,
Well,
trying to get away. Poor guys.
They have sheep. They have sheep up there as well. To get very close to the cliff as well.
Mm,
well, they can go pretty much
Sure.
anywhere. But I find it very hard to understand Americans. Come to Ireland and go, oh, it's so beautiful. Like you drive down Route 1 in California, there down that Pacific, it's beautiful.
yes.
It's or up through the mountains up there in Donner's Pass, all that.
hmm
It's beautiful.
America has variety, a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
variety. It's a very, but the thing is that you're expecting a certain thing when you go to Ireland, green and just stunning emerald, and it doesn't disappoint, But yeah, America has a lot of variety. Like I said, came from Utah, and I'm from the East Coast. I'm used to trees changing colors and all that, but it was different. It's just something different about Utah. There's a few.
Yeah, Utah is you drive down through it there, and just every turn you go around. We ended up going out across the Colorado, the Rockies, and you come down through there, and it's just every turn you go around, it's more spectacular than the last.
Yes. I have to just announce that Johnny finally got his tea. You finally got your cup of tea, Johnny?
It's a shite cup of tea, I tell you. You could tap dancing on the top of it. Yes, it's what sort of tea bag did she? Anyway, it's hot anyway. It'll do me.
What's
Must
the
be a
temperature?
Thai food.
Is it Thai food, son? I don't really know.
What's the temperature there?
It's
In
actually not too.
Fahrenheit?
It's probably only about, I don't know, 15 or 16.
Okay, that's got to be Celsius.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not too bad. The nipples aren't hard, so it's not that bad, But it's getting the weather is changing. The nights are getting. Here's me father. How are you, Jack? I'm just doing a podcast in America.
Come on,
Famous
Jack.
now, famous. Jeez, they're all look at the kids in the background. Look.
Oh, there you go.
Tell them to
Look.
come out and say hi. And we'll get Patrick to call up his family and they'll ride over.
But apparently, they were all making faces in the window behind me, so you'll have to rerun it and see what's going on.
Okay. Patrick, did you have trouble? Did you ever have trouble getting hello?
Now she's taking the say hello to Jeremy Lynch.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice
Get down a
name.
little
That's
lower.
Jeremy Lynch. But get down, you can't see, you can only see your dreadlocks. Look, get down here a little bit lower, look. Molly used to train in JKD as well with me.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Dennis is
she's
here
in-
too. Take that cup and fix him another one.
Oh, she's gone. No, she gave me a proper cup of tea now. What was in that last cup? I fucking knew it, that salt and chocolate in it. Oh, that's why you would. Jesus Christ.
So you've got 2 cups going there. I mean, what?
No, the
she
first
took the
cup,
other one.
the first cup that put chocolate sauce and pepper and salt into it. I was wondering what was wrong with it.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, but that's distractions.
Oh,
That's
no,
all-
no,
I-
no. It's quite
it's all-
entertaining.
Take two.
What's your favorite cup of tea? Just straight.
Tea bags. I use to use. They got not Tetleys. They got PG tips over here,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
in Ireland there'd be Lions tea bags. I got some Lions tea bags in there. That's nice. Yeah.
PG. We get PG tips here at World Market. Patrick, what's your?
Good.
Yeah. What's your tea? What's your favorite tea? Are you a chamomile?
No, I actually I used to enjoy the tea bags in America, you know, whatever they were, and just drink it black with no sugar. It was good. It was a nice drink. Yeah.
What is Ireland coming to when people are using tea bags, right?
Say that again.
What is Ireland coming to when people are using tea bags?
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
Just, we've all been, you know, we're all getting watered down. Literally.
When you're making a cup of tea, you'll see them. They put the tea bag in and they pour the milk in first, and then they put the hot water in. That's a sin, like, you know what I mean.
Mhm.
You don't do that.
There's a lot of discussion about what way it should be done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, just when I was young, I had not been to Ireland, and people are saying, "Oh, you never let them catch you using a tea bag," And then I had heard well before I went over that everybody was using tea bags.
They're all in
It's
tea
gotta-
bags now.
It's got to be
Yeah.
loose tea, and it's got to be boiled in this amount of time. And oh
That
my
loose
God.
tea is the bastard, because you'll be drinking the cup of tea and you'll be finishing the bottom of the cup, and next thing you get all the loose tea in your mouth and you're going, "Oh Lord!" But you'll get that down in the really rural parts of Ireland, where there's only a handful of those legends left. They'll be making the tea with the loose tea, and it tastes better. But you just have to remember that there's always a heap of it in the bottom of the cup, which is not very nice.
That's how you can tell people's future, though, right? You turn that over and read their leaves, and
Yeah, they do. They do all that sort of stuff. Yeah. That still goes on.
or they stick their tongue out if they forgot to stop at the bottom.
So let
Can
me
we-
change
can-
subject just for a moment. So, lads,
Please.
name 3 of your favorite home dishes.
Oh, Jesus. Shepherd's pie, beef stew, and chicken soup.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to agree with Patrick. I love a shepherd. I make a big shepherd's pie every now and again. I make a good beef stew with shin beef, Patrick. Shin beef is the best beef for the beef stew. And fuck it, you can't beat an old chip sandwich, can you?
Oh, yeah, chip buddy,
With a bit of brown sauce in there, boy.
a chip buddy. Yeah,
Chip buddy or a cheese and onion crisp sandwich. Try that, Jeremy. Get 2 slices of bread.
Okay.
Right? Get some. You have to get Kerrygold butter. Yeah, Kerrygold. You can get that in America.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
cheap.
yeah.
Love it.
Kerrygold butter. Let it melt a little bit, because you don't want it too hard. It'll rip the bread.
Yeah.
And then you put a nice good dollop of butter on the 2 slices of bread. Get cheese and onion crisps. Sprinkle the crisps on, potatoes. And then you get some flaky chocolate and you just sprinkle it over the crisps. And then you put the 2 slices of bread together. Heaven.
Really? So
Oh,
the
Jesus. Yeah, well, you guys eat jelly and peanut. What's it? Jelly and peanut butter?
right?
What do they call it?
Peanut
No,
butter
I
jelly.
don't.
Well,
PB&J.
fucking hell, it's the- Oh,
peanut,
it's that.
peanut
That's
butter,
I don't.
peanut butter and bananas
Ah,
Oh.
yeah.
on bread.
Jesus. Anyway, try that sandwich. You won't. I'm telling you, believe me, you'll love it. I'm going to start selling them in the pubs.
Are you
I was
talking about
thinking of you,
potatoes?
When-
Potatoes, yeah.
Yeah.
If you get potatoes, yeah, good cheese and onion potatoes, yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen them here, only in Ireland, but we can get potato chips. I mean, but
I'll send you a packet.
yeah, oh, please do. We ate them all up. We brought some back and then we finished them.
Oh, gorgeous. Yeah.
So that's your you love your what did you call that?
Potatoes.
The sandwich. What did you call it?
Just it's a cheese and onion butty.
Booty. Okay.
Cheese and onion butty.
butter and bread and chips. I was thinking of Dennis when I was coming through. When we were coming through Utah, I was eating beef jerky, Dennis.
Oh, Jesus.
I remember you telling us that one of your training things you had beef jerky on. You had hidden it away to keep you going. So I said,
Oh,
"Yeah, if it's good enough for Dennis. I'll try it."
You
so
still
was it
use it,
good enough
Dennis?
for you?
I
You still
did
use
make
it,
the
Dennis?
mistake- I did make the mistake of reading all the ingredients that are in it, though.
Oh,
He's asking, do you still eat the beef jerky, Dennis?
Do I still eat the beef jerky? On occasion. Not so much. I'm
No.
not stranded. I'm not stranded anywhere right now, so
Yeah, I think you said that you hid it in the lining of your pants or something to get it away on some training mission you were doing. Do I remember that correctly or no?
I believe that.
yeah.
The
Wow,
lining.
it's amazing what you guys remember that I don't.
He's told stuff he shouldn't have told. You see.
Probably. Yeah.
But you had it in LA, Jeremy, no? When we done the last seminar with you guys. I sprained my ankle.
In Los Angeles?
Well,
No, the one out near Redlands. Where was it, Jeremy?
It's Pinion Hills, but
Oh,
yeah,
Pinion
Indian
Hills.
Hills.
Up
Yeah.
up at Matt's place.
yeah. Was
That's it,
Dennis
yeah.
running around with jerky?
You had a bit of the at that time, no? Bit of the hokta. What?
Chewing tobacco, was it? That would be
This
chewing
is
tobacco.
new.
But no, I don't do that. Wow.
I'm gonna spit in your face. Does work, doesn't it?
It does.
But yeah, thanks for remembering the beef jerky. And now I have a craving.
Yeah.
Beef jerky and some candy. Good
Oh, it's
time.
a bit early. It's a bit early in England for that now, I tell you. In London.
In London.
Did you have another question, Dennis? On the
I
tail
did,
end?
but I forgot what it was.
London. We're talking to two mad Americans.
Uh-oh.
The back of your room is starting to look like a pub now, you know that? It's got like Mackett's son's there, you got a hat, you got an Irish scarf. I'll have to start sending you more memorabilia.
Oh yeah. That'd look good on the wall.
Yeah.
So are you guys doing a seminar in well, you didn't do one this year, or did you? In California?
It fell apart. Monday was setting something up in Vegas, and so that was going to be our
Crashed.
one. That was going to be our one for the year, and then I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
I talked to him a bit, but I didn't hear what happened. We were talking about Tackett and his health and stuff. So, but he said something didn't work out. So it's unfortunate. We're working on something in Germany next year.
Oh, cool.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
I'll be there for that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might be out there twice next year. So one for the camp in November or October, November, do we decide? I know it's going to be in the fall of next year. And then probably April or May, I'm going to be out there just to be out there.
Oh, nice. Take
Cool.
me with
Maybe swim by Ireland, Dennis.
Will they accept me?
Definitely.
You have to look like Jeremy.
I don't know where to go.
I could just visualize Dennis going through like passport control with fucking rubber knives and rubber guns and what the fuck is this? You know, it's like, yeah, I just envisage that.
Well, I
Yeah.
just checked the first time I landed in Heathrow. Was it?
Yeah.
I think it was Heathrow where Black picked me up. Man, they're like, it's like, You have to have somewhere to go. You just can't get off the plane.
Oh, you have to give yeah, to give the address. Yeah.
Yeah. I go, I don't live here. I don't have an address.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like, what are you doing here? What? I go, wow. But then now I
Mhm.
heard, what's that new thing they're doing for Americans now?
Digital ID.
You have to get approval 2 weeks before you can even book to fly over to the UK.
Hmm.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting. Didn't do that last year.
Yeah, they just started.
Just started
And
doing that?
yeah, you just can't fly. If you're American, you can't just fly there anymore. You have to get approval from the government first, 2 weeks before you make your reservation to fly over.
Get out.
Yeah, that just started. There.
Oh, they started all this shit already.
Hmm.
Yeah, they started this already.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well,
Crazy stuff.
we'll see how long
It's
that
crazy,
lasts.
that, isn't it?
Have you noticed
Mhm.
any changes like in UK and Ireland of anything like
Oh, these
Ireland
two
talks
countries are going
about
to fuck.
changes and talks about doing things, but
hmm. How about with
There's nothing.
the levels of, one-on-one conflicts? Is there a lot of that
I think there's
in Dublin
a
City
lot of
there
people.
seems to be a lot of
in Dublin? Hmm.
in the bigger cities, you know.
That's generally the
Um,
case, yeah.
it's funny. I went to visit my mom the other day, and I went into our local pub, where my father and all the old guys used to drink, and I was a minority.
Yeah,
Wow.
They're from the country I grew up in, where it was all white. We never seen uh, Africans.
Hmm.
Um, there were more African kids in the pub than there was white guys.
Oh, wow.
Uh,
Yeah, so that was a big change, you know.
Huh.
Um, but like my sister said, it's a good thing because the gene pool was getting a bit small, yeah, but
yeah.
yeah,
How many?
so I think the problem is for Irish people that never left Ireland and think Ireland should be this, lovely little country and nothing change. It's a big thing for them. Whereas, a lot of Irish people traveled, went to America, went all over the world to work, and for them it's much easier because they see,
they've seen
well,
it.
these people are only doing what we did. We
Hmm.
went all over the world,
Mhm.
and to work and everything else. For anyone that's traveled, it's they don't have such a problem with it. It's
Yeah,
people that never
true.
traveled,
Hmm.
and think that nothing should change. I think they have more of a problem with it.
Mm.
How many people are in Ireland in the country? What's the
6 million.
six?
Same population as Australia, believe it or not.
Yeah, that I was watching. I was watching a funny little video by Foil Arms and Hog, those three Irish guys that do the comedy skits, and they said this: there's 6 million people in Ireland, and there's 50 million people that claim to be Irish.
Yeah, we done a lot of as Patrick says earlier, we done a lot of riding over in America. Yeah, but there's a lot of like there's the amount of Irish that's in Australia. Listen to me, the amount of Irish that's in London is
Mhm.
unbelievable. I'm telling you,
Hmm.
you'd be walking down the street, and if a fella says to you, "How's it going?" You know he's Irish. You know, how's it
Mhm.
going, mate? Not too bad. And I'd say, "How's it going, mate?" They go, "What are you saying?" I'd say, "How's it going?" The amount, because we've got the three of the Irish pubs, and they are rammed with people from Ireland. It's like being at home. It's unbelievable.
Have you heard of the Irish population in Canada?
Is it
I
big?
don't. Well, there's a particular area, like in a lot of places, like you have Chinatown, or I'm trying to remember the name. Somebody that
Oh,
from Canada told me, and they say it's 100 years old, but they've still got Irish accents and a culture and everything, and it's probably very far out on the outskirts, like there's a lot of different culture.
not in a big city or anything.
No, but I mean they have their own area. Like there's its own area, and they speak with Irish accents, and they
But we're everywhere. We're everywhere.
yeah,
We're like
But I
Jesus
was
Christ and Coca-Cola.
it's everywhere,
Sure.
right?
nice one, Patrick. We're like, okay, Jesus Christ and Coca-Cola. But like I was
Uh,
doing, I done a podcast last week, and they were asking me what makes an Irish pub Irish. Well, I says if it has to be Irish owned, it has to be Irish ran, it has to have Irish products, it has to have great hospitality. You know what I mean? It has to have a great guest experience. Because over here, what's happening over here in London is I've got lads ringing me going, Johnny, we've got a load of pubs, they're failing. And these be English guys, and they say, well, we want to turn into an Irish pub. Well, I says, you got a fucking problem there. He goes, what? He says, you're not Irish.
That's right.
I said, you need to be fucking Irish, mate. And they're like, oh yeah. But yeah, what's your secret? If I knew my secret, I'd be a billionaire. I don't know what my secret is. I just get up to work and do what I do best, and whatever comes with it comes with it, you know. But it's like hospitality has to be in your DNA. And me and Ryan now, without blowing smoke up our own arses, we're good at it, you know. But the reason we're good at it is because we're we're just natural. Nothing is fake. Nothing is put on. It's just we are the way we are, you know. And people buy into that. They go, these guys are 100% really nice guys, you know. And it's not like a lot of stuff over here. They're putting stuff up on social media, and it's all acted and it's all put on. If you put me and Ryan in front of a camera, we're just here. It's like us four lads having the crack and having a chat, and people buy into that, you know. And people go, "Oh, I want to go to this pub." If it's not like their personality, when you go to these bars, that's the way it is. But if all these guys trying to open Irish pubs in London, they'd start selling Guinness, it's shit. They'll put a harp up in the corner, and they'll call it an Irish pub, and it's not an Irish pub, you know. Like in America, it's the same. It's like we got
mhm.
McFlaherty's and we got McCafferty's,
Yeah,
but they're not
yeah.
really Irish pubs. It's just I don't know why it is. We got this thing that an Irish pub is like Irish pubs are great crack, and there's some great Irish pubs all over the world, but there's some shit ones as well, you know. So I'm
Mhm.
making it my mission to go out and look at all the shit ones and make them good ones.
You're gonna shut them down or otherwise.
Hmm.
Well, I'm just going to go in and say, look, if this is a fucking Irish pub, show me why it's from Ireland. Like if you're gonna, it's like somebody opening a JKD school, and you walk in and they're fucking showing them how to show the straight lead wrong, and you're going, mate, that's not how it's done. This is how it's done. You know,
Mhm.
if you want to make it a success, this is what you need to do, or otherwise they're going to fucking close the school down. You can't, you know what I mean? It's like, and that's what happened with JKD, innit? People went off and done their own bit, and then somebody else is doing this, and somebody else is doing this. The next thing, all you know is, hold on a second, that's not the way Bob Bremner said it should be done, or Tim Tackett said it be done. And you've got all these guys doing their, well, if Bruce was alive, he would have done it this way. And if Bruce was alive, he would have done it that way. It's a bit like
Yeah.
Irish pubs are gone a little bit like that. It's like, but no, that's not how you. This is how you do it. You want to be successful. This is how you do it. But there we go. There's me bringing Bruce Lee's philosophy into pubs. But there you go.
There you go.
Hope that made sense,
Johnny,
lads. Or am I just waffling? What am I just waffling on?
No, you're doing a great job. Doing a great job.
Johnny,
Yeah.
did you ever meet or do you know of him, Frank Gantley in London?
You don't know Frank Ganley, do you?
Yeah,
How do you know him?
I built. I'd done up a house for him, and he had a house in Kilcock. He bought back in the early 90s. And when he bought the house, it was the birds were flying out through the roof, and he put it back the way it was originally. So I done all
Yeah.
the woodworking up from.
We were going to, but Daddy was going to buy that house, and Frank got it in front before Daddy.
Really, yeah.
Yeah. There was Frank Ganley, and there was a fella called Seamus Murphy. Those boys, like they were the big operators in London at the time. And the Frank has got his son called Colin. He was in America. He went to Boston, and he came back from Boston, and then he went and opened a pub down near. He's got a pub down in Gatwick or something. But yeah, they were big operators back in the day, you know.
Yeah,
But Claire,
yeah.
I never knew you were a cabinet. I'm a cabinet maker as well. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
I was a good carpenter. Still, am a good carpenter. Yeah. So there you go.
Actually, I'm a joiner by trade.
Oh yeah, same as myself. Yeah.
Somebody asked my wife, "What's a joiner?" And she said, "When he sees people drinking, he feels he has to join them." Very funny, my wife.
Yeah.
You're a
Because
joiner.
we're great at explaining the hammer principle. Bash.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I had a cabinet shop, and then when I ended up opening the school, I sold the cabinet business. When I opened the Taekwondo school in Bayonne.
Yeah, I remember you said that story. Yeah.
Mm,
Hmm.
now, I don't know if I told you, my brother Sean is also a cabinet maker. So
Oh,
get you all together and practice the hammer principle, as you said.
Talk wood.
I
Talk
was just going to
wood.
say that. See that we're thinking the same. We're thinking the same, Pat. We talk wood.
There was
Yeah.
I was in the bar a couple of weeks ago, and a bunch of us that used to work together were talking about woodwork. Like you stand around talking about woodwork, and one of the guys that didn't do anything, he puts his hand over the top of his pint. He said, "Can you stop talking about that? My pint is getting full of sawdust."
Ah, boom, boom.
That was it.
Uh,
So Germany next year, Dennis. Yeah.
That's the
yeah,
plan.
das
I,
ist
I
richtig, yeah.
I still have not yet heard the final date because I think we're trying to work things out with Lack as well.
Yeah.
Because we want to make sure that he can come and as many of his guys. But he said he has his whole year planned out. So I don't know. I think Christian, who's hosting, sort of is speaking to people individually.
Mhm.
I spoke to him a couple of weeks ago. There you go, nice shoe.
These are the new Kobe's. Yeah, the new Bruce Lee editions. Look.
Very nice.
Yeah, they're my pride and joy. Just thought I'd bring it out and
Okay,
show you them.
so let me ask you as a final question here. What was it like growing up in Ireland? What were the things that jump out at you that was different?
It was. Well, it was. You're talking about growing up and going to school in the 60s, 70s. It was very quiet. Like I see where my mom lives and where we used to walk to school every day. You couldn't walk to school there now. There's just so much traffic on that road. But we used to walk down the road. We had a farm. We used to walk animals down the road. You know,
Hmm.
there was very little traffic, so that's changed a bit, but it was quiet. It was everybody knew everybody. If you
Yeah.
went down to the local shop and we were hanging out, in the evening time, with our bicycles, if you done anything wrong, one of the neighbors would hit you a slap.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, that was the god.
you couldn't goof around. When we turned, I started work when I was 16. You started serving your apprenticeship. You rode a bicycle to work, until you had money to buy a motorcycle. But you worked with all local people, and then you went to the pub. It was all local people in the pub. When we were 16, we got served in the pub because we were working. So once you
Mm.
were working and you didn't cause trouble, you got served in the pub. So very tight knit community. Everybody helped everybody. If you needed something, you just went to your neighbors and borrowed it. And if you needed help, they came over and helped you. So it was very neat that way. I think the big thing that got me when I moved to America was, just the size of everything. Just how big everything was and how impersonal it was. But then, as
Mm.
time went on, you got used to that, and it was different again.
Mm.
But yeah, growing up in Ireland, like I said, there was no such thing as ordering a pizza, or we grew all our own vegetables. We had animals. We killed a cow, killed a pig, killed a sheep every year. You grew your own vegetables. My mom, my father were very self-sufficient.
Mm.
So
Wow.
there was no
Amazing.
such thing as going out and ordering a pizza, or my mother cooked every single day. And I was laughing because the other night I was up there, and like I said, I went to the local pub, came home at, I don't know, close to midnight, and there she is making toasted cheese sandwiches
Oh yeah,
for
miss
me.
them days. Yeah.
95 years old, and she's up making me toasted cheese sandwiches. My
Nice.
wife wouldn't put on the kettle for me.
Times are definitely changing then.
Electric kettle.
Not even the electric kettle, no. Yeah,
That's
so it
awesome.
was a like really good place to grow up.
That's amazing. Um, Johnny, same question.
What was the question again?
The question, what do you remember the most growing up in Ireland before you left?
Oh, Patrick will remember this as well. Basically, you'd be going to mass on a Sunday morning, you know, and you'd be going, "Jeez, go to mass. I don't want to go to mass," you know. But it'd be bet into you. So you'd go up to the church, and all the outfits would be sitting at the back of the church, dying to get out the door to go to the pub for a pint. And there was a fella there called John Salts. He says, "How are you, Johnny? I'll be down to the pub there now after the priest stops talking." I said, "What priest is it, John?" "It'd be Father Supple now, Father Supple." So we'd get the name Father Supple, and then we said to the boys, "It's Father Supple." It'd go down to about 25 kids. "It's Father Supple. Tell your mother it's Father Supple. Tell your mother it's Father Supple." So we went back anyway, and my mother'd say, "So who said mass this morning, Johnny?" And I'd be there, "Sure." "It was Father Supple, mother." "No, it wasn't. It was Father Casey. I told John Sauce to tell you that to catch you out." And then I'd meet John Sauce, and he'd go, "Now make sure you go to mass next week, you know." But yeah, I never forget that. But yeah, as Pat was saying, like I was from Maynooth, so it was a university town, so it was always a busy town. But just being young, and I was into BMX, and I built a BMX track, and just being on the bikes, there was no mobile phones or any of that shite, you know. You'd be waiting at the phone for somebody to ring you. You know what I mean? You'd hear the doorbell ringing. You don't hear that. Nobody rings the doorbell anymore. Only
No.
fucking Amazon is like ding dong. You got a parcel. Ding. Like people used to come and knock on your door and ring the doorbell and come in and say hello. And I kind of miss all that. And it's like, and that's what I want to try and bring into the pubs. Is like just bring that social community hub together, get people talking. You know, if you fucking people going into restaurants and they're looking at their mobile phones. But yeah, I miss all that. Just getting out in the ditches and exploring, and it's a different breed of people now. I think, you know, just people are just getting lazy, you know, and it's because they want everything. Because you can go on Amazon now and you can press buy now and it could be here in fucking 2 hours. So people now have got no patience. They want everything yesterday. I want it yesterday. And that's the way the younger generation are going to be. And it's going to be very hard to control people when they want stuff straight away. They don't have any patience. Bit like JKD.
But
I'm
that,
going to show you one.
I was
Yeah.
just going to say that everybody wants the fast food of martial art.
Mm-hmm.
That's
They do. They want to go, "Oh, when are we going to learn this?" Well, hold on a second. Fucking show me your boyjon there. Okay, you can't even get your fucking footwork right. What's the pressure of your front foot and your back foot? What do you mean? What's the angle of your elbow? Why is this and why is that? And they're going, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, if you don't know that, I ain't going to try. Not going to show you anything." So it's like, "Oh well, why don't we do 3 or 4 of these different moves?" I said, "If you can't do the basics, you can't do the rest of it. So get the foundations right, and then you will go through true development and blah 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 blah." But it's you know, it's like everybody wants to learn stuff so quick. It's like, hold on, I'm slow. Everybody just slow the fuck down. This is, you know, everybody just needs to take a step back. Everyone's like, like me, 1,000 miles an hour. I haven't taken my medication this morning, as you probably gathered, but I'll take a few pills later on.
That's
But
okay.
yeah, everybody needs to slow down, you know.
That was one thing Vince was good at, you know, just the repetition. You know, he didn't, you know, guys would come in and, "Are we going to do anything different today?" You go, "No."
It's about excellence. It has nothing to do with how much you're
Quantity.
learning. Real quick, so another question. The follow up is so Ireland has changed since you were young quite a bit. What do you think? Good, bad? What is good? What is bad?
I think it's like there's a lot of cultures arriving in Ireland, as Patrick said. You know, and younger people are getting lazy. So who's going to do the work? So immigrants are going to have to come in. Like we fucking look. We took over America, and nobody gave a you know what I mean. And we weren't treated great when we went to America. Now we're treated like royalty all over the world. Even in England, 20, 30 years ago when I came over, we were the scum of the earth. We're not the scum of the earth anymore. We're the fucking. If you want to go and have a good experience, people love Ireland. It's like it's cool to be Irish now. You know. So we've kind of reclaimed our heritage. I just feel a little bit in Ireland. There's certain people coming into the country that shouldn't be coming into the country. That's not the process has not been done. I'm all up for letting people in, but fuck me, if you go to Australia, man, they will take your DNA, your blood, your snot, your poo to see who you are. anybody that's coming into any country, we need to know who they are. And if they can organise that, there's a lot of people making a lot of money just bringing people in these
That's
iPass
right.
centres and all these iPass centres, and it's all fucking wrong, you know. And they can't look after the people in Ireland that are homeless and ex-army guys. It's the same in the UK, and they're looking after
Yeah.
people coming in. They arrive in, they get a free mobile phone. They're staying in 5-star hotels. There's a hotel down the road here. They're all living there. They're all men. They're all young men. They're not running from wars, and it's like, what the fuck are they here for? And they're all working illegally. It's like, and people know it's happening. You know, and these guys and these hotels are being paid millions every year, millions. So that they need to sort that shit out. It's gonna be. Patrick will tell you as well. There's uproar in Ireland and there's uproar in the UK about it. People are like, you know what I mean. There'll be a fucking civil war if they're not careful. But yeah, apart from that, everything's grand.
Right.
I think if they'd done a better job of vetting who was coming into the country,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
keep track of it, the people that came here for a genuine reason would have a
Yes.
much better time,
All for it. All.
and it
I'm
would
all.
be a benefit to the country, you know.
Yeah. It's like hundreds of thousands of men coming over in dinghies from France, and then the dinghies are going back to France, and they're coming back over in the dinghies again. Like it's just there's a lot of shit on the internet, but I just go off the stuff on the news. But it's like, who are they? What are they doing? What's the plan? It's like is there an army being built? Is there something going to happen? Like the start of this thing a few weeks ago in London, that on your phone you get this alert, so it goes So every phone in the country at 12:30 Sunday 2 weeks ago got this alert, and they're testing this thing. But what are they testing it for? What's coming if they're building this alert system that's going to go on your phone, that's going to alert you whether it's a tsunami is coming, or whether there's a war coming, or whether there's going to be a blackout coming? I don't know what it is, but everybody got this thing on their phone, and it frightened the shit out of everybody.
Did it? They should have told you ahead of time.
Yeah, didn't they used to do that on the TV in America?
Yeah.
On the radio, they'd have a warning. We're testing the broadcasting system. Don't panic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
Exactly.
panic. COVID's coming again. Don't panic.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I would say, we are close, heading on to 2 hours here. I think that we have had a grand time, and we could probably talk even more. But say something, Johnny, so we can see your picture.
That's who's that on the photograph?
I don't know. Isn't that you when you were